guys have been good. Right? I think I think we're having a problem here because because we've been dealing a lot recently with our vulnerabilities, you know, with those things that we have to look out for on these cycles, those things that we used to do in the past that we're overcoming, and like every day we're reaching that new level, a new cycle, a new awareness, new glory, right? Glory to glory, right? But I still feel like we don't question ourselves enough. I still feel like we don't question ourselves enough. People are very used to. Here's my thing. Here's where it like really kills me. Why do we as Westerners feel like we're better than the rest of the world? Like why do we really feel that way? And I'm asking this to Westerners more specifically because when I look at like Buddhists or when you go to the Middle East and if you go to these holy lands or you go to these places, they don't got the same type of problems that y'all got. All right, I get the situation is different, but they don't got the same type of problems that we talk about like first world problems, and this must be first world depression, honestly, because it's too much. It's too much. We're so selfish. We're so selfish. We're so selfish. We're so selfish. That means we're selfish when we're trying to be people pleasers. We're selfish because we didn't care about ourselves. We just wanted validation. That's all we wanted, right? We were selfish when we're selfish when all we want to do is take from somebody. We didn't care about how they felt that day. We were just like, we need it. We don't care what they're going through. They could be on their last dime. They could be on the last dollar. They gave it up, right? We didn't have to put a second thought into it. We're so selfish. We just got to be honest about this stuff. Because this pain, oh my God, pain, is coming out the wrong shit that you've done. And the wrong shit that you've done is not, it's really not like, in the grand scope, the wrong shit that you've done is not even a big deal. Like, not that it's not a big deal because you're going to repeat things that you think is not a problem. It's a problem, but it's not a big deal, right? A big deal to me is like fucking Colossus, like some shit that you just cannot face. But I never heard anything like that because for me, perspective is key, right? We talk about this a lot of the times, and we had those pictures like when those things are like really close. If I start the camera like this, you probably wouldn't know what you're looking at until I back out, and now you can see what it is, right? And now you can see what it is, right? There's no problem too big. All you need is perspective. When we're talking about the realm and the realm of the spirit, because a lot of y'all stuck in the 3D realm, y'all don't like to use your imagination. When we're talking about the realm and the spirit, your perspective is what you make it. Your perspective is how are you looking at this thing? Are you only looking at it from one angle? Are you only looking at it from one opinion? Are you only looking at it from your opinion? Whose opinion is it coming? Like, where are you getting your ideas? Like, where are you getting your ideas? Are you getting it from nature or are you getting it from a machine? Like, really ask yourself that question. And don't get it twisted. People can be machines too. When they're not living in self-awareness, they are a machine programmed to say a response from something that requires an answer of it. And we have different words. We're using the word machine now. We use the word slave before. We can use all types of words to describe the same thing, telling somebody what to do, giving somebody orders, and them doing it, right? But it matters where your orders are coming from, right? Right? It matters how you caught wind of that order, right? Hmm. Wow. That's not to say God can't move, right? But again, if you're not practicing that discernment, if you're not practicing, like we said, go back into his metaphysics video, go to that spirit video. If you're not practicing understanding God's frequency, how are you going to hear him? If you're not practicing understanding your the being within you that has the highest understanding of wealth and joy for your life, plus understanding that you don't even comprehend, right? if you don't if you're not putting your trust towards that being to use it as a navigator, and you're not putting that trust understanding yourself, and you're taking orders from something else that doesn't want your best benefit in mind. I'm not saying it doesn't have good goals, but it doesn't want your best benefit. It doesn't want your best in mind. I'm not saying that, oh, yeah, this is like this is what, like, this is like someone taking a cover, throwing up throwing like throwing it throwing it over like a pile of gold, presenting you with a nickel and saying, there's no other money around here. This is, why don't you take this? This is beneficial. You have nothing. Take this. And there's a pile of gold sitting right there. But you don't see it because it's under the covers. If you don't go and get yours, seriously. Here's my thing. We wanna trauma bond, right? We want to trauma bond with each other. I'm not. I've been through that. I'm not trauma bonding. That's not what we're doing here. We are overcoming. Like I said, we are ascending. What you believe was your trauma is a situation created in the earth realm to cause strife and division and chaos, misunderstanding, delusions. What you call trauma is something that only happens on the planet Earth. Right? I mean, it probably happens in other planets, but only happens in the dimensionality and the density and the duality of what you call the planet Earth. This is it, right? This is your, trust me. Trust me. I'm not saying this because I don't know what you think about me. I don't know. Sorry, I just don't know what you think about me. But still, we'll talk about that. But still, yeah, that's not here no more. I can't even grab it. It's not even here. It's not even here. That's because I don't want it, right? What you call your trauma is literally what you create. Imagine, like I said, there's gold back there. I had to bring it back for you. They're presenting this to you, right? They're presenting this to you, and there's gold back here. Here's your life. Here's your life. Here, there's negatives and positives. Oh, the worst is the worst and the best is the best. No, there's a pile of gold back there if you don't run and go grab it. And fuck that pile of gold too. Where the fuck did that come from? If you don't run and go grab your happiness. If you don't run and go grab your peace. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta run and go grab it. Hello, thank you for joining us. We're really sitting here talking today about the distractions, right? The illusion, the distraction of what they tried to sell you as your life. We're talking about the illusions and the distractions that they tried to sell you and tell you, this is your life, this is what you should be upset about, this is what you should be happy about. They're literally giving you, this is what, but this is the only thing that exists. It's what exists because that's what you're allowing to exist for you. There's different systems, different ways of man, clearly, we're gonna have to come back to that. Like I said, there's lovers of iniquity, right? Man, I was watching this video a video the other day. It was like talking about like what God hates, and I know this one, feet that are quick to mischief, right? Quick to mischief, lovers of iniquity, lovers of strife. How much do you love it? Oh yeah, rile up. We're gonna get him. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna riled up, happy, ready to do violence. Neither shall they hunger no more. Neither shall they cry no more. Neither shall they thirst no more. Right? So you could die on this planet and know you've done violence. And here's the violence. If you believe in war, the war is in the mind. That don't take you having to do. Don't take you needing no type of third density weaponry to get what you need to accomplish your goals. It doesn't really take that. It's a lazy way out. It's lazy, not in a good way. We talk about laziness as far as, oh, if you're lazy, that just means you try to find the quickest way. If the quickest way to your solution is that, imagine there's a range. We're gonna talk about spectrums too, because spectrums are important. I appreciate a certain community for really bringing that out. Spectrums are important because if you don't understand that there's a spectrum of negativity to positivity, that love and hate are the same thing. The actions that you're, oh man, and understanding pain and bliss. If you don't understand the spectrum, it's just gonna be wild. It's gonna be a wild ride for you. Of course, it will be a wild ride for you, because they can take you wherever the hell they feel like it. Honestly, because you don't have your own pot of gold. You need to go get that gold. You need to go find your happiness. Go find your peace. Create it. Fuck finding it. Create it. Manifest it. Out of nowhere. I'm happy. What the hell just made me happy? It came to existence. Now you can understand it, right? What the hell just made me happy? Let me understand it now. That's all you have to do. Create it and understand it. Create your happiness. Create your peace and understand it. The same way problems are created for you out of nowhere, and you want to understand, why is everything going wrong? You never ask, why am I so happy right now? Let me understand that. I want to be happier. Understand that. Understand that. Uh, There's some good. It might be some good. It might be some good. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness, y'all. I hope you guys are doing wonderful today, for real. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. Um, hey guys. Now is the time. This is it. Now is the time. Now is the time. Stop trauma bonding. Stop trauma bonding. Right now, I don't know. We're peace bonding. We're we're bliss bonding. We're 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 that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Oh, that's your blood. Wow. Let's come together. Let's come together. There's two types of energies that I created. This is what trauma bonding is kind of like. I don't know. It's a good example. I was gonna say about there's nuclear fission, right? And then there's nuclear fusion. Two different types of energies, right? That's something else. That's something else. This is something completely different. We're in a different realm right now. We're using different type of technology. We're using different type of information. We're using different type. Every generation actually uses the technology of their time to understand their psyche. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And in the Steam, I watched a video about this. In the Steam, Steam engine days, they would use like pressure and stuff to get done. So what they did in psychology was they'd hit certain parts of the brain, so that way they could try to activate. So they could try to activate certain parts of the or turn off certain parts of the brain. That's where you get that good stuff. And so they tried to use pressure, until we got to the electronic age. Then what they do, trying to use electricity, now we brought some of those practices back, but in more safer ways and stuff like that. But they're out there. So yeah. And the technological age, look what we have. Photoshop, we have all these beautiful things, right? So yeah, we're gonna talk about that too, because like I said, we talk about spectrums and just seeing the world in a different way, really going in, and then you can just see how beautiful everything is. So we're becoming creatives. We're becoming creatives, really, in that sense. We're really becoming creative. We're really learning how to express ourselves, because that's really gonna be that energy that we are putting out there. It's first of all, it's feeding us, and it's in self-interest to us, and it's um, also in giving to the universe at the same time, because we love what you're giving. We love what you're giving, right? So So it's in both parts a beautiful flow, a beautiful inward and outward flow. So you're always getting that energy. You're always getting that creating and loving what you're doing and putting it out there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah, man. I hope. Woo! What y'all doing? What y'all doing? We need to we're gonna talk, okay guys? We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to you guys in a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so like God made me. God made me, right? God made me. No, stop. God made you too. God made you beautiful. Look at you. Oh my God. God made you beautiful. God made you beautiful. God made you beautiful. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's awesome. I'm so happy. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. We're gonna talk. Okay. If you like today's video, you already know. If you know the vibes, type you know the vibes. We're out here, y'all. We're out here, you guys. You guys. Oh. We're gonna talk. Okay, you guys. Stay powerful. Stay beautiful. Stay wonderful. Stay mighty. You guys got that. All right.